Greetings, it's Ian from RTO here. Welcome to back to winter. After yesterday's lovely day, we're back to clouds, grey, bleh. Anyway, it is Friday, which means it's a live album ranking. And we've got a very short one today, but it's one worth mentioning, and that is The Cult. Now, they are an iconic rock band. They were formed in '83, but their background goes back a little bit further. You have to go back to '81 when, probably a little bit earlier, where they came from a band called the Southern Death Cult, which was a post-punk band back in '81, and they disbanded in '83, and that's where Iain Astbury joined up with Billy Duffy. They formed Death Cult, which then became The Cult. They had a little bit of a disbandment in the '90s, but they came back in 2000, and they're still going pretty strong. But in all that time, they've only released 2 live albums, which is amazing, really. So it's a very short one, but they are really good. Both of them are excellent. So, coming in at number 2, released in 1984, is called Dreamtime Live at the Lyceum, recorded in London on May the 20th, 84 at the Lyceum Theatre. The band on that was Iain Astbury on lead vocals, Billy Duffy guitars, Jamie Stewart bass, and Nigel Preston on the drums. So as you can imagine, most of these tracks come off the Dreamtime album, but I will point out ones that weren't. So we've got 83rd Dream, excellent. Billy Duffy's guitar work is super in that. Then there's a non-album single from 1983 called God's Zoo, which is an excellent track. It's amazing how that didn't get on the album. Then we have Bad Medicine Waltz, which is an absolute corker of a track. Dreamtime I love. And then they have a song from their Death Cult LP, Christians. It's really gritty. It's a little bit different from what, just a tad different from what they did with the Cult, but it's pretty good. And then we have Horse Nation, the classic. And then they have a B-side, Backbone, which is the B-side of Spirit Water. And then they go back to that Death Cult EP for a bit of Brothers Grimm, which is good. And then they even go back further to a track that Iain recorded with the Southern Death Cult called Moya. That ends in the track. It's an excellent track. This is a very short live album, but it goes back to them early days. It's excellent. The sound quality is great. I really enjoy this album, even though it's short, so I'm going to give it an RTO ranking of 7.8. But number 1 is recorded at the Marquee Club in 1991. It's called Live Cult. We've got Iain Astbury vocals, Billy Duffy on guitar, we've got Kinley Wolf on bass, we've got Michael Lee on drums, and John Sinclair on keyboards. John Sinclair, of course, has been on many bands, notably Uriah Heep. So they open this little gig up with a song from the Love album, and you get a bit of Nirvana, which is excellent live. Billy Duffy, I do think, is a great guitarist. Then we have one of the classics from Electric with that iconic opening riff, Little Devil. Great song. One of the best songs they ever did. Love the bass line on that. Then we have Spirit Walker from Dreamtime. Very, very good track. Followed by Horse Nation. Best version of that I've heard. Then we have a little song called Zap City, which they did for the Buffy the Vampire Slayer soundtrack. It's pretty good, I do like it. The Back to the Love album for Brother Wolf, Sister Moon, corking track. Stay with that album for Revolution, Love and Rain, I love the Love album. It's got some great tracks. And then we get the Phoenix, which is again from Love. Go back to the Electric album for Wildflower, one of the best tracks on that album. Another big hit then from Love. She Sells Sanctuary. Brilliant track, brilliant live. Then we go to the Ceremony album for a bit of Full Tilt. Sounds a lot better, and during that we have a amplification breakdown, which is quite fun. They kept the tape rolling, which is great. Well, then we have from Electric, Peace Dog, and Love Removal Machine. Pretty good tracks. We go back to the Ceremony for a bit of Earth Mofo, followed, and the last track, Firewoman, the great Firewoman from Sonic Temple. It's a band that I'd love to see live. I mean, I've seen clips of them on YouTube, and it looks a great gig. I just love that they kept that, communicate that amplifier breakdown in, kept going. True professionals. This is an all-round great live album with many tracks from there. Great albums. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8 out of 10. I told you it'd be short, but the Cult does not get enough love on YouTube. So any excuse to give the Cult some love, I'm there. So that's that. So up next is a brand new album, and it's the new album from Steve Wilson, The Overview. We were speaking about it on the live stream last night. A lot of people are liking it. So you'll find out what I think of it. So bye for now.